Mr. Safar Cabrisan, BS in Ceramic Engineering 3A.
I'm Krisa J. Adamata, BS Ceramic Engineering 3A.
I'm Nelric Bisanyo, BS Ceramic Engineering 3A.
And I'm Johnson Pacris Baginon, BS Ceramic 3A.
To begin with, let us define surrealism. According to Merriam-Webster, surrealism is the principle, ideas, or practice of producing fantastic or incongruous imagery or effects in art, literature, film, or theater by means of unnatural or irrational juxtapositions and combination. In addition, they also mention that surrealism aims to revolutionize human experience. It balances a rational vision of life with one that asserts the power of unconscious and dreams. Moreover, it is a movement artists find magic and strange beauty in the unexpected and the uncanny, the disregarded and the unconventional. At the core of their work is a willingness to challenge, impose values and norms, and a search of freedom.
The beginning of Surrealism. Surrealism officially began with Dadaist writer André Breton's 1924 Surrealist Manifesto, but the movement formed as early as 1917, inspired by the paintings of Giorgio de Chirico, who captured a street location with hallucinatory quality. After 1917, de Chirico abandoned the style, but his influence reached the surrealist through German Dadaist Max Ernst. Ernst moved to the Paris in 1922 as the Dada movement ended and was crucial to the beginning of Surrealism, especially because of his college work at the time.
Here are some of the sample artworks of surrealism. First is by surrealist Kasich entitled I Saw Three Cities in 1994. They say that like the other works by him, this masterpiece of him is at once realistic and mysterious. Presiding over the haunting, abandoned landscape scene here is a guardian host fluid drapery, and sinuous curves recall those of the ancient Greek statue Nike of Samothrace. Sage Sentinels lacks Nike's effervescence, however, its drapery is animated, but its core remains rigid and static. This uncanny presence, neither dead nor alive, neither man nor woman, reflects the surrealist fascination with robots and other example of mechanized humanity.
Remedios Barro Oranga Celestial Pablo Barro Oranga was feminist and anarchist Spanish surrealist painter associated with the para-surrealist movement. She was interested in ancestral, mystical, and strived to create a collective human consciousness and free themselves from particle operation. Barro often denounced heterodoxy and overbearing association of women with elements from nature could be. For instance, the painting Celestial Pablum depicts a woman imprisoned in a medieval tower in the company of a moon who is also in a cage. Women are often associated with the moon to symbolize fertility and motherhood. This is ultimately limiting, as it defined what was good and natural for women. Beside many of Varro's paintings are related to the celestial universe, and she believed that art and scenes were definitely intertwined.
Another example of surrealist paintings is Self-Portrait by Leonora Carrington. One of the many overlooked female surrealist artists, the American painter Leonora Carrington was a bold artist. She managed to establish herself as a key figure of surrealism despite the discrimination of her male peers. Many of the male artists of surrealism were rather misogynistic. They would solely acknowledge women as a mere sexual desire and object. Thankfully, women such as Leonora Carrington depicted the deeper female experience, particularly in male-dominated societies and environments. In this self-portrait, she explores her femininity by creating a mimesis between her and a hyena, relating herself to the animal's rebellious nature.
And another, René Magritte, The Treachery of Image, 1928. Margaret humorous painting stating, "This is not the pipe." Underneath, a very realistic pipe raises important point on the discord between language and meaning, especially in the post-World War I era. Words do not mean that they present the surrealist artist enjoying the exploring the deconstruction of language. In his mixing of text with visual and quite revolutionary at the time and inspired many conceptual artists in the late of 20th century.
Another example is Harley Quinn's Carnival by Joan Miro. Harley Quinn's Carnival is considered to be one of the major surrealist artworks in Joan Miro's artistic career. The painting was exhibited during the collective exhibition Surrealist Painting in 1925 at the Pierre Gallery in Paris. Major surrealist artists such as Giorgio de Chirico, Paul Klee, Man Ray, Pablo Picasso, and Max Ernst also exhibited their work along with Miro. The painting was inspired by the artist's hallucinations when he was in economic difficulties and struggled to eat his fill. Miro stated himself, "I tried to translate the hallucinations that hunger would produce. I didn't depict what I'd see in my dreams as the surrealists often did what hunger would produce, a form of trance. The apparent jumble of random items together is actually the fruit of meticulous composition, as Miro's preparatory sketches probe."
Another is by Dorothea Tanning entitled Ein kleine Nachtmusik in 1943. Dorothea Tanning, who passed away in 2012, is finally receiving the recognition she deserves. The Tate Modern in London is currently organizing a major exhibition on the highly versatile female artist. Ein kleine Nachtmusik is one of her most famous early works and was seemingly inspired by childhood fears and nightmares. Supernatural elements such as an oversized plant flower that seems animated and life-size dolls create an eerie atmosphere in the dark hotel corridor.
The dream caused by the flight of the bee around the pomegranate a second before awakening, 1944, Salvador Dali. The melting clock and persistence of memories are one of the Dali's most famous and reproduced images. But his surrealist work goes far beyond this painting. For example, Dali's dream caused by the flight of the bees around the pomegranate a second before awakening is the remarkable example of surrealist art. Set in the maritime landscape, Dali depicted a dreamlike scenes inspired by of the Dali's vision, wife and muse of the artist.
Giorgio de Chirico, The Song of Love, 1914, painted 10 years prior to André Breton's Surrealism Manifesto, his painting The Song of Love. An early example of surrealist painting, the painting surrealist character lies in the mixing of uncanny objects such as a game surgeon glove with a classical boss mix and rubber ball to create the sense of mystery.
An example of surrealist painting is Oboe Imperator by Max Ernst in 1923. The surrealist artist Max Ernst was radically opposed to academic art and wanted to completely revolutionize people's approach to arts. Inspired by Alfred Jarry's absurd theater play King Oboe, the painting Oboe Imperator represents oppressive power in an ironic and satirical manner.
And lastly, The Indefinite Divisibility by Yves Tanguy in 1942. This oil-on-canvas painting depicts mundane objects gathered together to form what seems to be an artist's easel. Tanguy would utilize the concept of streams of consciousness in order to create his artworks. As he once stated, the painting develops before my eyes, unfolding its surprises as it progresses. Tanguy's painting sought to trigger emotions rather than communicating specific explanations.